Noodle was no ordinary cat. With his sleek black fur and bright green eyes, he looked like any other feline, but there was something special about him. He was an adventurer at heart. One sunny morning, Noodle woke up with a sense of excitement. Today felt different. As soon as his owner, Lily, opened the door to let him into the garden, Noodle darted out, ready for an adventure. He had heard rumors of a mysterious old tree at the edge of the forest, a tree that no cat had ever climbed. With a swish of his tail, Noodle made his way through the garden, slipping past the tall grass and hopping over the wooden fence. The forest loomed ahead, dark and dense, but Noodle wasn't afraid. He was curious, and curiosity always led him to exciting places. As he ventured deeper into the forest, the trees grew taller, and the air filled with the scent of pine and wildflowers. Noodle's whiskers twitched as he listened for any signs of danger. Suddenly, he heard a rustling in the bushes. He crouched low, his green eyes scanning the area. Out from the bushes popped a little squirrel, its bushy tail twitching nervously. "Hello," said Noodle, his voice soft and friendly. "I'm Noodle. Have you heard of the old tree?" The squirrel looked at him with wide eyes. "The old tree? You mean the one at the edge of the forest? They say it's magical." Noodle's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Magical? Then I must find it." The squirrel, now less nervous, decided to join Noodle on his quest. Together, they followed the winding paths through the forest, encountering all sorts of creatures, chattering birds, a wise old owl, and even a family of deer who pointed them in the right direction. After what felt like hours of walking, they finally reached the edge of the forest. There, standing tall and majestic, was the old tree. Its trunk was enormous, with thick roots that twisted and turned, disappearing into the ground. But what caught Noodle's eye were the shimmering leaves, glowing softly in the sunlight. Without a second thought, Noodle began to climb the tree. His claws dug into the bark as he scaled higher and higher, with the squirrel cheering him on from below. The climb was tough, but Noodle was determined. As he reached the highest branch, he looked out over the forest and saw something incredible. The entire world spread out before him, the sky a brilliant blue, the hills rolling far into the distance. But the real surprise came when Noodle noticed a small, glowing object nestled in the branches. It was a tiny crystal, sparkling with all the colors of the rainbow. Gently, Noodle picked it up with his paw and held it close. The crystal seemed to hum with energy, and Noodle could feel its warmth. With the crystal in his possession, Noodle carefully climbed back down the tree. The squirrel was waiting for him, eyes wide with wonder. "You did it, Noodle. You found the magic." Noodle purred with satisfaction. "I think this is just the beginning of our adventures." And it was. From that day on, Noodle and his new friend explored the forest together, using the magic crystal to discover hidden places, help other animals, and embark on even greater adventures. Noodle had found not just a treasure, but a true friend, and together they made every day an adventure worth remembering.